October 5, 2022. Real quick, I'm going to show you how things have changed with Wikipedia. A free encyclopedia of bullshit when it comes to politics. At least in Denver and other cities, but right now I'm just worried about Denver. Our election date, April 4. Here we talk about the Spear Amendment, gives the references to the site, and yet incumbent Democrat mayor. Wow. Here's the declared in order of first municipal candidate affidavit. And so what they've been able to do is they put it in alphabetical order, and now Kelly Bro gets to put up on because her last name starts with B. How convenient is that? But everybody knows that she's just a democracy slut. So here we go, folks. I'm going to refresh this page. Here I go. Here I go, folks. Boom. Where did it all go? There's Kelly. So that means that I was the first one to hand in my. This is how it works. So it makes it look like Kelly. Seeing Kelly, when you think about it, it's all former. She has nothing on her resume. She made $474,000 a year, more than Barack Obama. Come on, lipstick pig, you ain't worth that. But this is how former chief of staff to then Mayor John Hickenlooper, the decay mayor, $100 million deficit that she was in charge of. She also, did you hire Scott Cardenas? Because you were in HR, right? Huh, Kelly? The one that you had to pay $4 million fines to? That wasn't Hickenlooper's punt, but I heard that you were part of that. So we don't know what's the truth anymore. But all I know is that she's a self-bloviated queen of nothing. And then what happened is she left a $474,000 job, resigned. So they had to make it sound like, oh, Kelly resigned. Oh, God. The high-pressured salesman for Denver. You know, think about it. Denver Chamber of Commerce. How many business went out of business to pay her salary of $474,000? Nobody in any of those companies that went out of business made $474,000. See, if you ever been to Florida, which my daughter was born in Miami, so that tells you where my connection is and how I worked down in Florida, and I love Florida. I only moved here because I almost got killed by a hurricane, my family and I. And I heard Denver was non-political. That's what I looked it up. That's what oh shit, they're non-partisan. That's non-political, but I'm talking about now what I know, but back then it was non-partisan. And so you look at all these guys like Jesse Paris and Terrence Roberts and Thomas Wolfe at the bottom. He belongs at the bottom because he was kind of late in getting into the game, but so was Kelly. And the last one was this woman right here, Leslie Herod. Yeah, yeah. What a bloviated woman she is. And she doesn't even know, but she's out. Everything that she talked about is now pattern matched with what she's accomplished. And folks, if I was in front of a court and I could show her, this has nothing to do with her being black or being a lesbian or being whatever these other social diversity tags that she's using to explain her worthlessness. And so she's running for two offices. She's running for a Colorado office, promising her voters that she's going to be there for them. And then on the backside of her head, she's telling all the people in the city of Denver, oh, you mean something to me, and I'm going to back you. No. What this is her quest to go because she has no shame in her game to have a job because she's black. So she can tell me, I'm the first black woman. No, I'm the first lesbian woman. So now I trump all those. I trump Debbie, Latina. I trump the two white girls, Kelly and Kelly and Annabella or Anna. So you see, that's what this is. And see, poor Kelly, she's getting beat out because she's not a lesbian and she's not black. But she definitely doesn't have any merit or ability. None of these women do. And when you pattern match what they've done, like all the laws that Herod thinks that she passed on her own and everything, she's a dictator, a kleptocrat, she's done, man. You're done, Leslie. Bye-bye. In our world, in the digital world that you do not belong in, You're just a bullshitter, shuck and jive woman that uses anything you can other than your ability and the abilities that you do have. All the laws that you changed, defund the police, do all this, has caused our crime to get worse. And anybody that thinks that's any different, you're fucking stupid. And why don't you do this, Leslie? Why don't you go tell kids that when Popo tells you to go home, you go fucking home? Because if you don't, they have a right to get home and they have a right to protect themselves, to go home to their wife, to their children. And so you come out and you slam on the policeman. You blame the Denver police when Mayor Hancock is at the rumble. Oh, you can't blame another black brother. You heard me? I'm fucking West Nigerian, girl. Far more than you will ever know what my abilities are. And this is what it is. You're just a talker. You're a bloviated queen that got to where you're at because of what you say, what you do, and it don't work no more. You heard me? Man, I had enough of girls like you, man. You know what? I'm blind, Leslie. I can't see your colorness, even though for some reason you got to tell me that you're a black woman. No fucking way. Really? I would have fucking never guessed that by looking at you. No fucking way. I would have thought you were Asian. Or maybe Anglo-White Saxon. Fuck. I'm just so fucking stupid that I had no idea what color you were, that you had to fucking tell me. And not only that, but you got to tell me your sexual orientation when I didn't even fucking ask for it, and I don't really give a fuck who you're fucking or who you're dating or whatever the fuck spin you're trying to put on. Because you know the gay people I know, they don't use it as a crutch. They don't tell anybody, yeah, because I'm gay, I got my job. I don't know how to do my job, but hey, I'm fucking up everything. You know, I got hired on as a brain surgeon, but they got me picking up garbage. I'm going to call Lisa and tell her. I'm going to call Leslie and tell her. No, Lisa is Lisa Calderon. Okay, she just came out with a poll because she's now, fuck, who knows what committee she's working on and what money she's sucking dry from somebody. But her being a lawyer, she has done fucked up her lawyership. You know, we didn't file no complaints or nothing. She's done it on her own. She come out and put a poll out with the Emerge Colorado, the family's political bullshit, man. We were telling these people about how they're taking away children from minority fathers and using Karen Hubler, the magistrate. Her cases are, folks, do you care about children? Do you really care? Because the algorithms say you don't. The algorithms say that, especially Leslie, she's a dangerous fucking woman, man. Dangerous. Dangerous. You heard me? Dangerous. She's dangerous. She's a gangster. She tries to be a gangster. She's a big dope gangster. She's the first woman gangster, man. You know what I mean? She's a gangster. Gangster. Watch out. Here comes Hero, a gangster. You're a bloviated queen is what you are. And everything that you've done, all the laws that you passed, you've been able to bullshit everybody, and everybody bought the bullshit. But then when you look at the records, it don't match. Record high murder since 2011, 12. It's all. Whew. How you gonna bullshit your way out of this, girl? Then you got frickin' Debbie Ortega, city councilwoman, right? City councilor. Makes them sound like they're attorneys, right? City councilor. So anyways, that's their new thing. I've never heard them be called a counselor before, but that's just another spin to try to make them have more power over something that they don't have. Debbie's been in charge for 28 fucking years, right? 28 years, Miss Darling Latina, but she ain't dark enough for to get the bloviated humble brag, and that's what Denver does. Denver's been building on humble bragging, butthole sniffing for 60 fucking years, and it's about, those house of cards are about to fall, and they're gonna fall so fucking hard that Wikipedia ain't gonna be able to save these people. And then when I'm mayor, we're gonna sue Wikipedia. We got this app. It's called the Apps Tax. Anybody that comes into Denver advertises your apps, you're paying a big fine, man. Big fine. I'm all about creating residual income for the City and County of Denver LLC. We're a non-political platform that is designed to boost the citizens of Denver's power throughout the world. Not like Denver Chamber of Commerce bullshit. They've been indexed. They're a bullshit organization. I mean, they've got the big wigs in there to pay the big money. Oh yeah, here's a partner. I didn't pay them a fucking dime, and I survived. All those businesses that paid the dime didn't survive. And now they're looking back because they didn't know Kelly was making $474,000 when they were barely feeding their 4 kids on $80,000 a year. I fed my kids on $2,500 a year, folks. You know, see, they won't tell you my story because it's one that you just can't believe. You're like, fuck, who is this fucking guy? How did he sue Stephanie O'Malley? Because her uncle, Joe Webb, one of the most honorable men I ever met, I didn't know at the time. He didn't tell me, yeah, I'm Stephanie's uncle, by the way. You're suing my niece and the daughter of Wellington Webb, who's my brother. You see, folks, this battle is one that's coming down from the heavens. And Mayor Spear is in this race more than anybody could imagine. And the Democrats have shit over so many things in Denver. I don't care what they do in a partisan election. It's none of my fucking business. The Republicans can't beat them because they don't have anything new. And I know when you try to offer them new, they'll steal it. They'll steal it and call it their own and leave you in the background. And that's why you have the good cop, bad cop. But the GOP ain't good cops, man. They're all pushing the woman thing. Oh, we all need a woman. Fuck the little boys. Fuck the men. Fuck them. We don't need them. Lesbians. We don't need men. Fuck them. We'll just take care of the kids. Yeah, who's going to make new ones? Testosterone levels are dropping in our boys. All of our kids are fat and fluffy. And if you say anything, oh, you body shame. I seen a commercial where this little boy's like, don't body shame me. Oh, no, I don't have to. You're shaming yourself, and go watch the commercials. You'll be on all those drugs they're talking about. Why people stay healthy so that the balance stays in their court so they don't have to take all those fucking drugs. They got guys with fucking walking oxygen masks and fucking has to have a pill dispenser because he's taking 80 pills a day. He's billing insurance company $5,000 a month in medicine. And he's fucking 80. You know what? Unplug that shit. Unplug it, man. But no, this is the whole thing. This is the retail drug cartels convincing older people that taking drugs are okay. The side effects that you might die or grow a fucking another head is okay. Your penis and your vagina might fall off or close up. That's okay. Because we're making our money, honey. And so then they parlay it over there to the street cartels. They're finishing us up with with all the other drugs they're pushing on us. And we're not in a really good shape at all, folks. And Wikipedia, when I tell you folks that I could go into the Denver technology services and fire the top 3 administrators and do their fucking jobs. And then we take that money that we save in salaries, which is probably around $400,000, and we give that to children. Sponsor them. Give them $100 a month. That's called the Fresh Start program that I started in 2011. And then because I didn't make it as mayor, everybody started using it. I had a guy say, dude, they're already doing the Fresh Start. But yeah, well, I started it, but I don't need to worry about it because I know it's in the cloud. And once I start talking about it, artificial intelligence will show me its love. When any of these people start talking about it, because they're first-time candidates. You got a guy named Andy. Andy, Rougeot. Google search his name. I can do that to every candidate, but I don't want to do that. I just pick different ones. And Andy came out with his crew, said, oh, I'm GOP, first GOP. Oh, so you're going to be another partisan hack, huh? Did you know that you're not supposed to tell anybody what party you're in a partisan election? But really, we're not a partisan election. We're a non-political government, and yet we don't know this anymore because Wikipedia took out our election date. See over here? See that right there? Gone. It was on there before, but now it's gone. Your IP address has been blocked. See that? Trying to make the corrections to what it was. You can't. They blocked you. You're done, G. Fuck you. Fuck Denver. We're Wikipedia. We know more than you. But it's done. You know, you got Kelly. Look at, she's at the top. That's what she does to people. But that don't mean shit. She's just the top of the person, at the top of the realm of bullshit, slut, democracy, slut. I know people are gonna. She called him a slut. Go ahead. I want. I'm waiting for these people to do that, folks. Cause see down here, see this here, the references. This is the killing field right here. All of these people, all the administrators, these are the sources of the bad news, the bad shit. The people that won't tell the truth. That won't let us put a April 4. They won't even talk about the election date because they don't want you to know the date. They want you to think it's in May because that's what we know. This is how they win. They win by cheating. They win by manipulation. Fuck you people.